Well, hello, and welcome back to this very special episode of the Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Meerbyte, and Happy New Year! We are here to talk about the Gaming Awards and the year ahead as a whole, 2024, the amazing 2024. And of course, I can't do this alone, as you can see. Please welcome my co-host, Robin Gray.
Hello.
How are you doing, Robin?
I'll ask first. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, you kind of ask simultaneously. You know what? It's fine. I'm losing my voice, so I'm hoping that's not going to be a massive deal during the podcast. But if I stop talking at any point, then you know why. How are you?
I'm very good. With the countdown ticking away, I was like, the timers. So I was kind of like just running up and down stream elements, turning everything off, because the last thing we did was Gaming Live, and that wouldn't have made any sense to anybody. But we're here now.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I knew there'd be something we forget about. We could never get anything off without some kind of technical hitch. That just seems to be the way it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. So as Mia said, we're here to reveal the nominees of the Gaming Awards 2024 and the big reveal of the hosting partnership we have lined up for this year. I'm seeing that chat is starting to figure something out, but we might surprise people. So they'll be joining us very shortly as special guests. As always, you can keep up with all the latest news and features from Gaming Magazine by visiting us online at gamingmag.com.
Indeed, you can. I'm definitely not like getting the stream up on the side just so I can see the chat real quick. That wasn't me doing that there just because I didn't have it up. Right, so without further ado, let's get those special guests on. So please give a massive welcome to the hosts of the Gaming Awards 2024, Milady Confetti and Dear. Woo!
Oh my goodness! Hi. What a surprise! You're inviting me? Me? I was just in the audience. Now I was brought here. This is so cool! Wow!
Just random happenstance. We just picked you out of the audience, brought you on. Yeah, not planned in advance whatsoever. Hello to you both. Welcome to the podcast. How are you both doing today?
Doing good. I'm excited to be here.
Doing gorgeous, doing wonderful. Happy New Year. Thanks for having us.
What has been taking up your 2024 so far? I mean, we're only like 9 days in, but how's it been for you so far?
It's been good. I've been playing a lot of Coral Island. That's been a whole thing, trying to figure out who I'm going to marry in romance. And also I had my podcast featured on Crunchyroll, and I thought that was pretty stinking cool. So
that's epic.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Dear, what about you? What have you been up to?
I have been playing Jaws Unleashed, which was released in 2005 on the PS2. And
oh my god, I was like, there's a Jaws game? And then
I hadn't played it before, and I am enamored with it. I'm obsessed with it. I love being a fish, and I love eating people. So watch out.
I love that. I love that. We love a shark in these waters. Okay, so the Gaming Awards are back this April live at the Margaritaville Resort in Palm Springs. Can you believe it? And of course, they will be streaming live on TikTok and right here on Twitch for all of you lovely people. We're going to have all kinds of clips and cut downs coming at you across the night on TikTok too. So make sure that you check that out on TikTok.
Absolutely. Welcome to TikTok as our official media partner. Congratulations. Welcome. Well, we love TikTok. Absolutely. This year we have 11 award categories, and more people than ever have been able to have their say as we cast open the public nomination submissions across the majority of the categories.
Yes. So I don't want to like stretch anything out because we've got a lot to get through tonight. There's so much. So we're going to get straight into these nominations. We're going to be going through each category with the exception of the gaming icon and the streamer rising star. They're going to be announced closer to the awards themselves. But we're going to be asking each of our wonderful presenters to read through the nominees for each category in turn. So Robin, here we go. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Let's click the right button. Let's start with that, shall we? So let's kick off with our new award for this year. It's the LGBTQ Geek Entertainment Moment of the Year Award. It's a really catchy title. This award celebrates the best queer moment in geeky TV or movies from 2023. Because it's new, this year the gaming staff have given us their nominees, and you, the public, will be voting on who wins.
Mhm.
Yes. So, Confetti,
Yes.
please tell us this year's nominees.
Yes, I would love to. So this year's nominees are Doctor Who, The Star Beast, Bad Wolf, and BBC Studios; Harley Quinn from DC Studios and Warner Brothers Animation; Pneumonia from Netflix and Annapurna Pictures; Scott Pilgrim Takes Off from Netflix; The Last of Us, Long Time, HBO; and The Legends of Vox Machina Season 2 from Amazon Studios and Critical Role.
Oh,
Wonderful.
so many good choices.
I
So many.
am genuinely thrilled that Doctor Who's come through, particularly the Star Beast episode. It's slight spoilers, but having superb trans representation and being kind of crucial to the story, I thought was fantastic.
As a trans person, I have my opinions on it, but overall, it was done pretty well, and I'd rather have seen it than it not being there at all. So that was really fun to watch, really great to sit through. Nimona was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. Nimona was great. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is great, and so was The Last of Us. I haven't seen this season of Harley Quinn yet, but from what I know, Harley Quinn is always very, very, very good.
People have been raving about it.
Nightwing's ass, please. Am I allowed to say ass?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yo, you're a real one for that. You're a real one.
They gave it to us. Also,
They
The
did.
Last of Us. I'm about to shed a tear.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
that was a hard episode, but really, really good.
I don't want to go into spoilers with it, but like I heavily enjoyed that episode, and any one of these that makes like the those who will not be named like scream on social media about things just makes me a little bit happier. It means that we're doing something right. It's great.
Yeah.
The Legend of Vox Machina. That was my introduction to Critical Role, so I'm rooting for that because I think
still
it's
haven't
really cool.
seen it. I really want to see it, and I still haven't made the time to just sit down and watch Vox
really
Machina. But
good.
I've heard it's so good. Yeah,
It's really good. Yeah.
Watch party. Let's have a watch party. It's on Amazon.
We should.
Oh my god, we can.
Okay.
Oh,
We
let's
can.
do it.
Movie night.
What a great
Woo.
idea.
So there are our nominees for our LGBTQ Geek Entertainment Moment of the Year. Congrats to all of them. Next up, it's the Best LGBTQ Contribution to Esports Award. This award recognizes the contribution of an LGBTQ person or organization who has done a significant amount of work in promoting, developing, and championing diversity in esports. This year, the public provided nominations for this award that were then shortlisted by our judges, and the judges will vote on the winner.
Exactamundo. So last year's winner was the awesome Xset, who did amazing work. Dear, please tell us who this year's nominees are.
Our nominees are Bailey McCann, Bethany Indyberg Piles, Cora Kennedy, Emma MZ Rose, Slaypex and Kylie Gabor, and Team Overture.
Yay.
Wonderful,
Now, admittedly, I don't watch a lot of
Kylie
esports.
really quick. Just she's giving body in this picture. I haven't seen
Yeah.
this picture before. And I know Kylie very well.
So I don't know much about esports because that's not my thing personally, but I know that MZ does a lot of good work. So it's great to see her on the list. See them on the list.
I love
Yeah, I mean, MZ's like they won a BAFTA at the they won a BAFTA award for their short film they made at the esports thing that happened in London. My brain's just suddenly gone dead. Obviously,
That's
Slaypex
awesome.
doing fantastic work.
Yeah.
Repping queer Apex legends. And yeah, I mean, also Bailey, superb work as well in the work that she does, and obviously Overture is fantastic to see them back. And all the work they do raising money for charity.
Yes.
Yeah, Overture is fierce, such an integral part of like Twitch queer culture at this moment. I love it.
I agree.
Wonderful. So the next award is one of our big ones. It is LGBTQ Streamer of the Year award. This award is going to be for obviously the most popular LGBTQ streamer. If the title wasn't enough of a giveaway for you. This year
I won this award once.
You did. We love our Gaming Awards alumni here on
the
the
first
show.
ever.
Thank you. Very
And so,
honored.
Yeah, we're going to have another, obviously, this year, as we do every year. But this year, the public provided nominations for this award. And then, of course, the public, plus our judges, will decide on a winner.
Absolutely. So Deer was our year one. Last year was the fierce drag Trashly who took home the prize. So Confetti, who's up for the nominations this year?
Yeah. So this year we have Apothic Decay, we have Evo, we have Elix, SB Simone, Half Moon Joe, Mystic Kitten, Sheeler, and Spring Sims.
This is so exciting.
So many great people.
So many great people doing fantastic work.
It's nice to see. Sorry,
I really just have to shout out my stream queens, of course, Elix and SB. So proud of you. Also, Evo, drag excellence. Like, this is just so exciting to continue to see diverse people. Because, like, obviously I'm a drag queen, so I'm always like, yay, drag. But, like, drag is so easily dismissed and written out of inclusion. Like, it's too much, it's too touchy of a subject, especially nowadays. And I'm just always happy to see queer people embracing drag, because it's so easy to shut the door on it. And so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see drag included here, as well as Kylie in the last category. Like, I'm just woo, but I'm excited for everyone. I think any of these could be real contenders for the prize.
Yeah. It's so great to see so many names that I know that Gayming hasn't specifically like worked with before as well, which means because like I plan a lot of the video content, I got a lot of names here to like potentially get involved with stuff. This is going to be fun for me. I love that. Look at all these lovely people. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
This year, this category had the most submissions we've ever had for the category, which I think shows a fantastic amount of passion, a fantastic amount of love for streamers. I love the diversity. I think, as Dear, you're absolutely right. It's always great to see wonderful drag artists in this space. But I think, yeah, you're absolutely right as well with seeing Kylie in another award category as well. Like, with the drag revolution continues.
Yeah, I love seeing more like Black queer people also represented, because I feel like that needs to be more. And I feel like there's more than last year. So I feel like we're getting like, one more, you know. So hopefully we'll see, you know, that representation also. And shout out to SB Simone, who's also amazing and just an overall great person. And Spring Sims, they are so sweet. Met them at TwitchCon. Just such great energy to be around.
Elix and SB have done amazing work with the Twitch guilds as well, which is very cool. Making strides in the gaming industry.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Representing inside and out, which is always great. So next up, it's the Best LGBTQ Indie Game Award, powered by TikTok. This award acknowledges the best indie game made by an independent developer, which is focused on telling an LGBTQ story or heavily features an LGBTQ element. We have some really exciting news on this one, because TikTok, as part of their powering up, will be providing all of these nominees with mentorships and ad credits to help them market their game on TikTok. So you're already a winner. Well, until we call your names out, then obviously you're already a winner, because you're going to get your mentorships and your ad credits off of TikTok. So congratulations in advance for the 6 that are coming up, and then we'll then whittle that down. So once again, the public have provided nominations for this category, and these were shortlisted by our judges, and it'll be the judges who will be voting.
Yes, of course. Last year it was won by the awesome Wild Flowers. So, my dear, please tell us who this year's nominees are.
Our nominees are Coral Island from Stairway Games and Humble Games. And I see Confetti like, go off! We already are fans of all these different games.
Yes.
In Stars and Time, insert disc 5. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical from Summer Fall Studios and Humble Games. Chia from Awaseb Kepler Interactive. Thirsty Suitors from Outer Loop Games, Annapurna Interactive. And finally, This Bed We Made, Low Birth Games.
I feel like Confetti has some feelings on this category.
All these games are so great.
They're all the best. They are all the best.
This Bed We Made is I literally played this 10 times. Like, it's so good.
I love being a maid and just going through people's stuff. I mean, when you're in a hotel, you're like, they're not going through my stuff. But as soon as you're in the other role, you're like, I'm going through.
I'm going through your stuff.
Don't you even wait.
I've heard so many good things about In Stars and Time. That's still one on my list that I really, really, really want to play. But I was so surprised when I played Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, of just how well that worked as just like a concept. Like, you come up with the idea of like musical game. You're just like, that will never work. But it works so well. And the characterizations are so good.
It's the fact they recorded the songs like multiple times with different feelings to it to kind of be part of the decision-making process as well. It wasn't just like song. There was like happy song, sad song, mysterious song.
It also helps that like half the cast of like Critical Role are in there too. That
yes,
very, very,
it's
very nice
it's one hell of an all-star cast, I have to admit. So I mean, top marks to them. And Chia is possibly one of the cutest, most beautiful games.
She is so heartwarming, and I love how vibrant it is. Like, when it comes to like, I would say like a cozy game, I just really, if it puts me in a state of just like a relaxed mind, like, you have won my heart. Coral Island's a little stressful because I can't figure out who I'm going to marry, have like all their babies. So it's like, oh, darn. But, you know, she is very calming and relaxing.
I just love how different these games are, and they pull
so different
from different places, and there's different references. There's different art styles. Thirsty Suitors, Coral Island, everyone is hot in these games, which is really cool. In Stars and Time, it pulls from retro games. Like in This Bed We Made, it's like so interesting to play it. Stray Gods, it's so interesting to play it. It's just really cool. These are all the best.
Yeah.
They really are the best.
Yeah,
give it up, everybody.
I think every time we do this, I think the indie game particularly, there's always one or two little nuggets that kind of come out of the woodwork that kind of really surprise us all. But I think this year there's like 6 absolute stars in this category.
Agreed.
Totally.
So good luck to the judges.
Good luck. Next, we're going to be moving on to the Best LGBTQ Character Award. This award recognizes the best LGBTQ character, playable or significant NPC in a game. This year, the public provided nominations, which are then shortlisted by our judges. And then, of course, you're going to be able to vote on the winner.
Yes, first time that the public have been able to vote on best LGBTQ character, so that would be fun.
I love that for them. It makes sense too, because like it's the ones that we love. So
it's a fun character to sort of root for. No surprises what's coming up, but last year's winner was Law from New Tales of the Borderlands. So Confetti, who's up for the nominations this year, please?
So the nominations for this year are Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West, Dame Alyn from Baldur's Gate 3, Dion Lessange from Final Fantasy. Is that 16? 16.
Yeah,
that
16,
came out this year. I didn't play that one. Jayla from Thirsty Suitors, Shadowheart, Baldur's Gate 3, and Chia from Chia.
Amazing. This could genuinely have been the Baldur's Gate 3 category.
Literally. No, literally.
Like all 6 of them were nominated. Like this entire category was like filled up with nominations for all the characters. So to kind of whittle them down to kind of like the key few, this was kind of like the combination I think the judges went for. But at the same time, it could literally have been all 6 as being Baldur's Gate 3 characters. But it's not. We're here.
Yep.
It's fantastic seeing Jala there. I think having a queer person of South Asian origin, I think, is really cool, and actually having that as a character in a playable game, I think, is fantastic. Obviously, Chia back again is also amazing. I haven't played Horizon Forbidden West yet, so I can't really comment. Yeah, good. Good. Bit too much crafting in the first one for me, but we'll go back to lean on my old.
It's more crafting in the second.
Oh, wonderful! I'll avoid
I have had Horizon Forbidden West sealed on my shelf since it came out, and I've still not played it. So maybe this gives me an excuse to crack it open again.
Listen, the game is visually stunning. Like, you love all the visuals from like for Zero Dawn. Like, Forbidden West is like, they were like, oh, you thought that we were stopping there. Let's up the ante. And I'm like,
I love the first one. Like, I don't know why I just haven't gotten around to playing the second one yet, because it looks fantastic. I will say, I've seen Dion Lessange. I've realized that I was trying to like figure out who the queer character was in Final Fantasy 16, and I hadn't met them yet. And then I realized, wait, no, I've met them in a cutscene. I've seen them in like one cutscene so far, I think, because that's the concept art there. And if it is the person that I think it is, I was like, oh, I love them already. Like, I love them so much. I like in that cutscene, I was like, I want to marry you, but of course I can't now if this is to be believed. So we'll see what happens. I want to see more of that character
I want Shadow
for
Heart's wig.
completely innocent reasons.
Shadow Heart's wig sort of reminds me of the wig that you wore for your promo photo that turned into Grimace.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We love Grimace.
You want some hamburgers, huh?
I haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Oh god, I'm terrible at finishing games. I've just realized. But like, I honestly hate Shadow Heart's hair so much. I don't know what it is about the fringe.
It's fun. It's like, ooh, she's the moment.
She may be God's favorite princess, but she's not mine.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on Asterion TikTok, so that's where my
yes.
is.
Oh, Asterion all day. I tell you what.
Asterion and Gale.
Although I did stab him in one of my attempted playthroughs.
It's interesting.
He was trying to suck on me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
only certain people get to do
He
that.
liked you. He was a fan of you.
Mm.
He thought you were pretty.
I got that.
Thank you.
Twitch front page too.
Yeah. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so the next award is for our Authentic Representation Award, which recognizes the best example of authentic LGBTQ representation in a game. Once again, the public provided nominations, which were shortlisted by our judges, and the judges will be voting on a winner.
Now, last year, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist won this award. But who's going to be nominated this year? Tell us, Thea, who the nominees are, please.
Well, let's see. Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. Coral Island Stairway Games, Humble Games. Sims 4, Maxis EA Games. The Expanse, a Telltale series from Telltale Games and Deck 9. Thirsty Suitors from Outer Loop Games and Annapurna Interactive. And This Bed We Made from Low Birth Games.
Fantastic work by all of these. There's so much to sort of pick over, but I think just for absolute clarity, The Sims 4, it's the update that was released in January or February this year that added in trans scars, binders, all that kind of wonderful stuff, and really kind of moved things forward in that space, which won them this nomination. And obviously Baldur's Gate 3, I think, is really important. The character creator being the authentic representation part of that, the ability to sort of really kind of tie that into you and how you want to express yourself, I think is
From the start, by the way, that wasn't something that had to be added later. A lot of stuff was put in the start. Like I could put edges on my black character.
Woo!
Yes.
When they give you all the hair you need, all the hair you want, I mean, it can change the whole thing. And that's for everybody. Everyone can relate to like seeing themselves and wanting it to be more elevated, especially for people of color, where it's usually like, oh, you know, wear smooth hair. But no.
We all have smooth hair, dear. Did you know that? Oh, it's all smooth.
Oh, wow. Really? Wow. I hate when games are like that. Give us texture. Give us movement. I mean, it makes people feel seen. It makes people feel good. So why not? And these games are doing that in so many words.
Yeah. This Bed We Made. I'm trying so hard as a host not to be biased. I am so biased. Because I love that game so much.
I tell you what, you're selling it to me so much as well. Like I've never thought about wanting to be a maid, like going through people's things, but like
they don't need. I will sign up to be their personal PR team for the rest of my life for that game. I will like gladly do that for free because I love that game.
It is so. It's just. It's sort of. I don't have the right words to like the way that you rummage through, and you're so freaking nosy. It makes you feel so good. You're like, what are they up to? I gotta get in there.
And then when you find something, you're like, what?
It's a little bit like the reverse of unpacking, isn't it? Like you're kind of like nice.
Yeah, you're unpacking their stuff.
You're messing that shit up.
And one of the best parts is you can call up a friend and be like, girl, did you know that this guest was doing that with that other one? Oh, you're not ready. It's so
good.
It is.
There's the T button.
Yes.
I am sold. If it's got tea, I'm down. I will say I'm so happy with like how unashamedly like Baldur's Gate 3's characters they just exist. Like there's nothing. I mean, there's something to be said about certain elements of the game, but in terms of like the queerness that's in there, it's just there. It's just great. It's just good to see. And you don't really have to go digging all that far either. I mean, Asterion just exudes
you just
queer energy. So
yeah,
it's the bleached eyebrows.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't take a step.
I think there's kind of a discussion to be had at a later date around kind of the difference between like player sexual and pansexual. Like if you play in the game and you play as your character, you can romance certain things. You can be LGBTQ. It's fine, but I think that it's if that's your kind of way of doing things, that's wonderful. Baldur's Gate, brilliant, love it. Next up, then, it's the Industry Diversity Award. So this award celebrates the organization who has done a significant amount of work in promoting, developing, and championing diversity in the global games industry. Once again, the public provided the nominations and the judges did the shortlisting and will also be voting on the winner.
Wonderful. Yes. Last year, of course, it was won by Glitch. They did some amazing work. But Confetti, who's nominated this year?
Yeah, so this year's nominees are Humble Games, Larian Studios, Latinx and Gayming, Queerty Gamers, Roll7, Women in Games International.
Yay.
Great job from all of them. I think anyone doing this kind of work to increase diversity in this industry is setting things alight. I love the fact there's community groups in here. I love the fact there's some actual studios in here as well that are doing the work internally. And obviously Women in Games International is continuing to do fantastic work across the board as well. So yeah, what a great lineup.
Fantastic lineup. It's always really nice to see how far like Humble has come from like its little charity thing to actually now being a massive like publisher of games and actually getting out there and helping people. It's always great to see. So like it's nice to see their name up there.
Because that's Humble Games of Humble Bundle. Right.
Yes.
And they are just expanding, and not leaving diversity behind. They're going for it.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely. Yeah.
It's always striking that like a lot of their games that they've released since day one have had like queer elements as well, which has always been good to see.
Yeah, and I think the way they kind of take up the indie games and really kind of champion the ones that really are sort of making that sort of difference as well, I think is really, really cool. And of course, Latinx and Gaming doing fantastic work to uplift the Latinx community. So brilliant work for them as well. I think any kind of group that is bringing up and kind of really celebrating diversity in all its wonderful ways is always fantastic.
Absolutely. And I love an organization that focuses on women in games being included, because women tend to be at the intersection of all the issues of the gaming industry. And so women need to constantly be supported, because the gaming industry, as bad as it is for queer people, it can be just as bad or worse for women, just period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely. Now, of course, the next award is the Gaming Magazine Readers Award, sponsored by Devolver Digital, which celebrates the Gaming Magazine Readers' favorite game of 2023. So, the public and gaming staff nominated will also be voting for the winner.
That's right. This award is nominated and voted on by you, our wonderful readers and fans. Last year, it was won by the awesome Stray. I mean, who didn't love that game of Kitty Caddy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot that came out last year. Oh,
yeah,
so
it was last year.
Last year, 2023. Can we just acknowledge like that? We had bangers of games
it was a
in
good
2023.
year.
It was a good year. It was, I think, like it was interesting because we had such great releases of games, but also saw like mass layoffs of like a lot of like developers and everything. So it's like, ooh, like gamers, but it's like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird year.
It's a weird.
It's
it
a
was
weird
very
year.
weird.
And I just realized we're in 2024 now. So when I said last year, it's not even last year anymore. Stray came out the year before. Oh my God. Like
2022.
time is
absolutely right. No, you're right.
imaginary.
Yeah, 2023 awards. It was at 20, whatever time. So Stray won last year.
Time is a concept.
Before we suddenly be coming into 2025, please tell us who is being nominated for the Game Magazine Readers Award this year.
The nominees are Baldur's Gate 3 Larian Studios, Final Fantasy 16 from Square Enix, Goodbye Volcano High from Co-op, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from Nintendo, Chia Awaseb, and Kepler Interactive, and This Bed We Made from Low Birth Games.
Yay.
This Bed We Made is back again.
She's rearing her head. She's up there.
Can I just say, like, I'm like not surprised at this list, but like there are so many good games last year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised not to see like a couple of different things, but like considering there were just so many good games last year, I mean, there are some like notable mentions. Like, I keep thinking this game keeps getting snuffed. Lies of P was fantastic. Spider-Man 2 was fantastic. There are loads of other games that were fantastic, but it's like this list is such a solid list with such good games on there. Tears of the Kingdom last year was one of the best experiences that I've had in gaming. Like I won't go into spoilers, but like the final sequence, my heart, my goddamn heart. I could go back and play that again and again.
Don't spoil it. I haven't played it.
You need to play it.
It's always difficult to try to condense. Like, again, we had thousands of nominations in for this category. Most of them were Baldur's Gate 3, to be fair, but thousands of the ones coming in for this category. But to try to condense that all down into kind of like the top 6, there was some real omissions. But I think it's testament as well to obviously having indie games kind of be up there at the top of people's lists. Like, it's not just
that's what I was
not just
say.
your big sorry, go on.
Oh no, I just wanted to just interject that.
Take my moment, it's fine.
No, you go ahead.
Ooh.
We have fun here.
We have fun. Indie games, dear.
I immediately noticed the fact that we have the Baldur's Gate, we have the Legend of Zelda, we have the Final Fantasies, and I feel like that's a bit reminiscent of like the Game Awards, where it's like the triple A's. Like, what are your favorites of the triple A's? But then we have Chia, we have This Bed We Made, we have the Goodbye Volcano High. Like, it's really cool to see queer games that are indie developed being put up on this pedestal to compete with these A-list games that may or may not have a lot of overt queer inclusion throughout all of it, and then we have these overtly queer ones. Like, it's just cool to me to see them all beloved at the same time, rather than, oh, here's your favorite AAA, here's your favorite indie. Like, we don't have to separate them because they're so great that they are allowed to stand up there together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't Larian Studios still considered technically indie because they don't have like a bunch of titles?
Technically, but I think they kind of they were nominated or they were.
It's like how Behavior is still like an indie studio, and it's like
technically indie, but
okay, you pushing it.
It's definitely what you would define as indie, I guess.
But by technicality. But I think the judges were kind of like, they can't have everything, so we kind of
they're indie and they gave us edges. They win.
They win. So we're on to the last award. It's our Game of the Year. This celebrates the best game released in 2023, as chosen by our judges. This is the technical Game of the Year category. Go on.
Defo. No. I'm just excited. I'm excited about the Game of the Year category. It's going to be a good one this year. I can already feel it. So last year's winner was the amazing Cult of the Lamb, which I think everybody absolutely adored.
Stop. Sorry. Cult of the Lamb. They've just brought out a sex update.
They have as well. They just brought out a sex update. You can
go and check out Gayming. We wrote a whole thing on it today. There's a new update for Cult of the Lamb that you can do the sex with the lamb. No, not with. The lamb's gonna, whatever. Move on. Ignore me.
Twitch is like, okay, never give them a page ever again.
Yeah, cancel them immediately.
So,
wow.
Milady Confetti, for the last time.
You want me to follow that up?
Please, I'm just trying to move us along. Please tell us the nominees for this year and like your most professional
Dramatic.
Dramatic voice.
Okay. So after Sex with the Lamb, our nominees for this year are Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian Studios, Final Fantasy 16 from Square Enix, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from Nintendo, Thirsty Suitors from Outer Loop Games and Annapurna Interactive, Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment, and Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, Summerfall Studios and Humble Games.
It wouldn't be a Game of the Year for the Gaming Awards without there being a musical in the top of it.
Yes,
there has to. Mm-hmm. This like all well-deserved nominations. Like Spider-Man 2, as I was saying, absolutely fantastic. A tour de force and definitely the culmination of the series so far.
Yeah.
From what I've played of it. Tears of the Kingdom, fantastic as well. Love that to death. Just a massive improvement over the first one. And from what I've played of Final Fantasy 16 so far, massively great. I've already talked about Stray Gods, fantastic. Baldur's Gate 3, still haven't finished it, but everybody knows that's fantastic already. Thirsty Suitors is the only one I haven't played so far. And the fact that it's up here is like making me want to jump in now, like after we finish the stream tonight. It's going to be...
Yeah, 30 Suitors is great. It's actually from a minority dev studio, so I would love to see them win.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
I think once again, just to pick up on Dia's point, the number of indie games back up in the top here again, I think is really cool to sort of put Stray Guards, 30 Suitors into kind of game of the year. Just goes to show how kind of wonderfully diverse our little corner of the gaming world is.
Absolutely. I'm surprised to not see Resident Evil 4.
I'm not. No, okay.
But Leon
Sorry.
and
We're
Luis
on
didn't
TikTok.
kiss, so I would say that it's not.
Wait, they do? I didn't see that.
No, I said that they didn't kiss.
Yeah, that disqualifies them
Oh.
automatically from the nomination because,
There's a
Leon
lot of
and
chemistry
Luis
I was
didn't-
rooting for
didn't kiss.
that.
And the men of that game, and
Yeah.
you know
Mhm.
that never happened. Ada never made out with Sheva from Resident Evil 5. So
Give us that update, Capcom. Give us that update. You won't, you cowards.
maybe later, maybe next time, hopefully.
I'm not allowed to speak about Leon S. Kennedy on TikTok. Or I'll get banned again.
Honestly, like, fantastic, amazing list, fantastic nominations overall. And of course, I'm going to be personally excited to reveal that voting for the Stream of the Year, LGBTQ Character, Geek, Entertainment, and the Readers Award is now open. It's open right now. If you're watching this, you can head on over to gamingmag.com/vote24. That is VOTE24. Now to cast your votes right this second. You can head on over there and like vote on them. So that is Stream of the Year, LGBTQ Character, Geek, Entertainment, and the Readers Award, all down to you to vote on and help decide who the winner is. Get on over there.
Vote. Do the voting, do the things, support all these fantastic nominees. A huge congratulations to everybody once again. Thank you all as home for doing the submissions, making noise, shouting out. We've had social posts going live all the way through this session, so please share the social posts that have been going out as well and sound off on your favorites using the hashtag Gaming Awards 24. The awards, once again, are going to be broadcasting on April 7th, live from Palm Springs. Obviously, now we can say that hosted by Dia and Milady Confetti, live in California. And they'll air both on TikTok and on here on Twitch. So a huge thank you to both of those, TikTok and Twitch, for being our broadcast partners, for their support. Wonderful.
Yes. So it's been a bit of a different stream today for the gaming podcast, but we still have our big question. So we're going to move on and we're going to talk about other things as it's like a brand new year. It's 2024. We have so many things to talk about. What do we have to talk about, Robin?
I mean, sorry, yes, I completely...
I thought you were asking me. I was like, wait, what?
No, what a shit question.
I can everybody.
No, I was just watching a bit of moderating happening. Yeah, it's a big year coming up. So the big question in this episode is, what was your highlight of 2023 and what are you looking forward to in 2024 that you can't wait to play, watch, or do? And the answer is not the Gaming Awards. We're going to have open conversation. You go first.
I'm chomping at the bit because my year, listen, I'm going to be the most annoying human being, and everybody that's been following me on social media already knows what I'm looking forward to. Next month, in February, a couple days after my birthday, is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And like, the original game is my childhood. Like, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game. Listeners already know that Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, and I am so very, very excited to see the direction that Rebirth is taking the universe. of 7 and 2. I know the first one was a little bit controversial. Remake was a little bit controversial because they changed up a few things, and there's a lot of theories and secrets and weird stuff happening with the game. But I don't think anything can stop me from being super, super excited.
I think the changes were necessary, though.
That changes were necessary.
They were necessary.
Yeah, they were definitely necessary.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
No. People like to complain over nothing. It's fine. People just want a one-to-one remake of things so they can relive the nostalgia of their childhood and not be challenged on anything. That's fine too. But yeah,
But they wouldn't be
this is
happy
more
with
exciting.
that.
They would be happy with that.
They'd be like, why is it a 1-for-1? I don't get it.
Like, it's always more interesting to put a different spin on something. Otherwise, you're just retreading old ground. And like, who wants that? Well, we know who want that. But you got to do something new. So that and Final Fantasy 14, the new expansion Dawn Trail that's coming out for that is going to be the other thing that I'm looking forward to this year. Oh, I've not seen any updates yet. I've specifically been avoiding anything. I've not seen stuff from Japan. I did, and this is actually
Mia, I'm still like level 60. Can you help me?
It depends what server you're on, but yes. Yes.
I'll switch.
Definitely. To be fair, I've played on the North American servers for the last, since I started playing, and it's been the worst experience in terms of like my delay playing that game. But so if I need to switch, I will definitely switch. Anyway, that's also been one of the best things about my 2023 was a couple things, actually. I want to pick one thing, but I went to Japan. I got invited to the Tears of the Kingdom like preview event in the UK. I got invited to the Final Fantasy 16 event. Thank you, Square Enix. I got invited out to the FanFest in London. Again, thank you, Square Enix. So I've had a lot of really, really cool things that happened last year, but Japan was a very, very, very cool trip. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. And I got to go to the Aosia Cafe, which is a Final Fantasy 14 cafe in Japan.
It's still there?
It is, yeah. There's one in Osaka and one in Tokyo.
Oh, confetti's on her way.
Yeah.
I literally was just talking about my mom about this like 2 days ago. I was like, yeah, if we go to Japan, like that's someplace I have to go. She was like, you go have fun. I'm going to go and bathe. I was like, okay. Cool. Yeah.
I legit brought back the placemat. Like I tried to keep it as clean as possible. And the placemat is like framed in the living room.
That's
just
so
like,
cool.
yeah, because it's got like this really, really cute artwork on there. I'm not going to run and get it. I might run and get it. Anyway, what else? What about everybody else? Actually, Robin, you're going to say stuff that I might not care about. I'm going to go run and get the thing.
Mia's heard it before.
Things I was looking forward to in 2024. Not working with me. No. I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad Kill Justice League coming out. Big fan of the old Batman Arkham series. Really hoping this one lands the ship quite nicely into this new space. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, look at that. That's cute.
Very pretty.
I would cry. I'm going to cry.
I love it.
Sorry, what were you talking about, DC?
Yeah, I was talking about Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. Looking forward to that coming out. I'm looking forward to Cat Quest 3 coming out. I was obsessed with Cat Quest 1 and 2, so get to play Cat Quest 3. Looking forward to that. I tried to play Gotham Knights over Christmas, and I got thoroughly bored with it really quickly. So I'm really hoping that Suicide Squad is going to be kind of a step up from that. Just was a bit boring. Things what happened in 2023. My God, what happened in 2023? Oh yeah, we did the Gaming Awards last year in New York. We did Gaming Live. We did DigiPride. We did so many wonderful things. But I think
I like how I didn't mention anything gaming throughout all of my 2023.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
I went to Japan though.
Yeah, that overrides everything. Honestly, I wish I could go to Japan. I think just 23 weird year. But I think some good stuff in the middle of it as well. Yeah, very much looking forward to 2024. How about you, Confetti?
Cool things I did in 2023. I got to work with the mouse. I should call him by his legal name, Mickey.
No, but the one with the gloves on, because the one without the gloves on now is in the public. We can call it whatever you want.
No, they I was invited to do a Star Wars event. And as like a new Star Wars fan and stuff like that, I was just like, oh, they want like little old me and stuff like that. Me and Miss Ash Rocks were the only Black girls in the room, and we represented, period.
Those are my girls.
Yes. Yeah, it was us. It was just us. And I'm like, okay, we stick it together. But yeah, I built a lightsaber. I actually got to bring my mom along, and it was like really cool for her to like see what I do. So it's sometimes it's kind of hard to explain. I'm like, well, yeah, like yeah, but she actually got to see like in person, like see me, test games and like see the things, and then like, edit my stuff and do reviews and things like that. So I think it actually kind of made what I do as a job like very real for her. She's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. And like Mickey invited me here, and she's like, okay, yeah, that works. They did the lightsaber though. I had to pay for that. Also, I think for 2023 for me, like more on a personal thing, I discovered like a lot of self-love. I had a lot of things that happened in 2023 that were kind of a downer, but I think in that, I kind of found like my healing journey and like really found myself. And I think going into 2024, like I am going to shine brighter than ever, and I'm going to be like very, very much unapologetically me. And I really don't care how that affects the world, because I care how it affects me. I think for too long I've been dimming myself, and I got a lecture from Elix, who we absolutely love. She pulled me to the side, and she was like, get your ish together. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So, yeah, I think that's something that I discovered for me, and I'm taking that with me into 2024. Things I'm excited about. I am excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. Been waiting for that for like over 10 years, and I'm very excited about that. Also, yes, Final Fantasy. So I get to see my baby daddy, Sephiroth, again. We have 6 children. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just 6. Another one's on the way. And also, I mentioned before, my podcast was featured in a Crunchyroll article. So I'm actually going to be revamping it, and I'm going to be relaunching that for Black History Month. It's not going to be only for Black History, but I will be revamping it starting with Black History Month, since the attention is going to be on Black folks, the shortest month of the year. Might as well use that. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Excellent. I love that. I love that you're that you've found out things about yourself, and you're giving yourself more time to and being kinder to yourself. We all need to do that. We all need to be kinder to ourselves. Yeah. Yes. What about you, dear? What have you been up to, and what are you looking forward to?
So 2023 was fierce. I had so many cool experiences. I got to go to the Capcom headquarters. If y'all don't know me super, super well, I love Capcom. Capcom is my favorite publisher. All of my favorite games when I was a child were Capcom. Into my middle school years, into my high school years, into adulthood, into now, like Capcom is my absolute favorite. You've got your Resident Evils, you've got your Street Fighter, your Darkstalkers, your Rival Schools, Dino Crisis, Mega Man, the list goes on and on and on. Confetti just mentioned Dragon's Dogma. I just
Monster
love
Hunter. Let's go.
Monster Hunter. That one, the new one, is coming out in 2025. I just love Capcom so much, and I was able in 2000. I think it was 2022. I became a Capcom creator, so it's like they collaborate with me here and now and again. But I've had paid work with Capcom. I went to Capcom headquarters to promote their Exoprimal game coming out. I was part of a Street Fighter tournament. Like, I have collaborated with Capcom in so many professional ways that, like, me as a middle schooler, like an 11-year-old, like being obsessed with fighting games and cutting out pictures of the girls and making collages, like that is just nurturing my inner child. Like, I wanted the money, but I almost framed like the check I got from Capcom, like, oh my gosh, Capcom, like, yeah, I'm a person that works professionally with Capcom. Like, it's just mind-blowing. And last year was really just like the culmination of that, was going to Capcom headquarters in San Francisco. Like, it was, and I got to go with Bitch Pud and my sister. Like, it was just so unbelievable that a drag queen, and not just a drag queen, because if a drag queen went to Capcom headquarters, I'd be like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing. I love that I'm living. But it was me that got to
the
go.
Drag queen.
Please stop. It was just so unbelievable. And I just, every once in a while, I just think about it. It's just like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
On top of
I
that, I
love
was
that.
able to build relationships with more people that I wanted to spend time with, but also collaborate with, like in a public facing kind of way. Like I filmed a video with Trixie Mattel, which was so much fun. And I got to meet her team and see her studio. And we talked about makeup, and it was just so like personal and special. I don't know. It's just like the list goes on and on and on. I moved into a new space last year, and I have this huge studio office room where I get to stream and do my makeup and stuff like that. And in previous places, I didn't have room to have guests. And Yovska, Bitch Puddin, Andy Campbell, Janelle Santa Cruz, I had so many people that I'm friends with through streaming come and spend time with me, and I got to paint all of them into my deer drags and stuff like that. And it's just so cool. So 2023 was amazing and incredible. And I think that collaborations is the right word for what I'm proud of. And 2024, looking forward to the Lara Croft game.
Yes.
Raider remaster.
Yeah.
Give me that. Pointy
Can I-
boots.
Pointy boobs.
Pointy boots mod.
Can I ask, when you went to Capcom headquarters, because this is like a running joke in my community whenever I play Resident Evil games, I know I won't mention Leon S. Kennedy. Did you have to do like puzzles to like use the restroom or like go into their office?
Imagine. Oh, that would be incredible.
Like when we were playing, because I'm now learning how to speedrun Resident Evil 2. So we were just like, imagine like to go into like the office. You have to do a puzzle.
That would be.
You gotta grab a ruby from one
so-
side of the office and bring it all the way to a
Push
wall
the statue,
recession.
it
Like,
drops the ruby. You put the
And then you
ruby-
have to like run away from Shoulder Lean. I mean, what's his name? Mr. X.
Mr.
Sorry,
X.
I renamed him Shoulder Lean.
Oh my goodness.
And people that are absolutely desperate, just like trying to find the one brick that opens the toilet door.
It's like, please, I have to go.
It was so cool. They've just got so much like stuff everywhere. I really wish they had puzzles. Like imagine you have to like use the club key to get into the bathroom or something. That would be so amazing. But the funniest thing is I feel like they didn't like they had flagship statues of like their characters
Okay.
and stuff like that. But the most interesting thing to me, I think it was just when they got like they sold X amount on a platform, they like got a statue or had a statue made, but they had the weirdest games framed. They had Resident Evil Survivor, forgotten game, gone.
Oh.
dead.
really?
They had
Interesting.
Dino Crisis framed. Like they had the discs with the PlayStation case with like some sort of award or like milestone.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would they frame these games that they don't care about? Like, why wouldn't they frame Resident Evil 1 or Monster Hunter, whatever?
They put them up there to remind them never to make another one
Yeah.
in that
They're like,
particular
"Just a reminder."
series again.
Don't
Yeah.
ever
Mhm.
do that again.
These are off limits, apparently.
Yeah, they had all these they had like Phoenix Wright cardboard cutouts. They had Monster Hunter weapons made of foam that you could just like bop each other with. They had
Oh, wow.
statues of Dante from Devil May Cry and Akuma and Ryu from Street Fighter. But
Yeah.
then the games that were framed, I was like that's a blight on their track record. Like these games that they have framed. But I found it
Okay.
interesting because I'm a huge fan.
I love that for you.
Well, I'm glad no
So much.
puzzles.
No puzzles, but
I was like, I couldn't work here. I'm like, I'm
They
not doing
were-
a puzzle to go to my meeting. I'm not doing
They
that.
did have some things boxed up in cardboard boxes because they were like, in a few weeks, we're moving down the street or upstairs or something. They were moving their spaces. So maybe in the new one, they've got puzzles. Imagine.
Oh.
You have to like do a
Maybe.
turnstile. You go down an elevator.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is completely off topic, but it's just making me realize I would love like a Resident Evil escape room so much if it was like
That's
themed after the
genius.
puzzles.
If I hear Mr. X's Tim's anywhere, I will lose it.
Stop.
I had nightmares from that. I had PTSD from that. I was like, am I hearing something? And I'm like, no, he's a video game character.
Yeah.
I don't know why Mr. X I can handle. Nemesis just like I refuse to replay that game. Nemesis just scares the hell
Oh.
out of me more so than Mr. X. I don't know what it is. It's
Demetrius,
just-
because he like punches you 10
Demetrius.
seconds into the game.
Oh god.
Yeah. It starts out hot in that one. Ooh,
Yeah.
Literally,
I think that's my most viral TikTok is me facing him because he would, you know, like when you go into the, what is it, a toy store, dear, right? On the street.
Yeah, and he's looking, he's like,
he's just like standing there looking at you. I'm like, I'm not leaving. Game over.
Yeah, he just stands there and stares
and breathes menacingly.
Yeah, heavy breathing.
So Aubrey fans got it.
Yeah. Wait, did you mention something coming up in 2024 that you were
Lara
looking forward
Croft.
to? Lara Croft, yes, you did.
Hopefully
You
she
did.
has a costume change where she can have the pointy boobs. I hope.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
either way, I love retro games so much that like I usually just play the games I know or like a game I haven't seen in a while and do that, or I just go on itch and find like some random indie game made by one person in their bedroom in the middle of the night. But I don't have any huge major anticipated games on my horizons. Maybe Little Nightmares 3.
Ooh,
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
That well, I'm hoping that from the looks of it, that's co-op as well. Like I'm ready to jump in.
I think it's confirmed that it's co-op because the last one was like an escort mission. So I think this one's going to be a 2-player.
Epic. Yes, I'm
Cool.
so down to play that with people. It's going to be so much fun.
Another
The
game
first two are my
fight
jam.
a friend.
Mhm.
Another game to start like wars and fights.
Robin, do you want to be dragged through your Little Nightmares 3?
Go for it. Let's do it. I mean, I've never played any of them, so why not?
Well, you got homework to do then. You need to play
All right.
Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and then record them, and then we'll have content. It'll be great.
Hey, I bought a capture card for my Switch. That is the closest I've got to the world of streaming. I could do streaming on my Switch. That's about it so far. But
I love that for you.
thank you.
Okay. Well, I guess we're all going to have like eventful 2024s. This is going to be a fantastic year, no doubt. And I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us today. And of course, a massive thank you to my lovely co-host, Robin, and our special guests, Milady Confetti and Dear. I hope you all had fun today. You were fantastic, the both of you, of course. And I hope it wasn't a horrible experience having to read out all of those names.
Painful.
Painful. Just the worst. Yeah.
You have to get your envelope opening finger ready for April because you're going to be opening envelopes.
You need to develop those calluses so you don't accidentally paper cut yourself every single time that you open the envelope.
Honestly, that's my biggest fear. I might have a letter opener, just like a pretty one.
Oh, there you go.
Like, and the winner is.
I'll wear nails so I can just.
Yeah, Dear can wear sort of like sharp nails.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Just like
or a scissor hands glove with just 2 blades.
I was thinking because I was like, oh, I have to open an envelope or handle things. So I was thinking I love gloves, but what if I had just these fingers out? Would that look sexual?
Oh.
I think it would look fashion.
I think that is fashion.
I feel like you should have like those little claws that you could put on the end of them as well, just so you can just like rip open with that. Something very accessorized.
Like Lady Gaga, the Countess.
Well, there you go.
Someone's just said titanium nails in chat, but it depends how expensive you want to be.
I'll skip the titanium nails. Why not diamond nails?
Diamond.
There you
nails.
go. There you go.
Just one diamond on the tip of the thing. You can just go across the top of the envelope.
Yeah, Macy's will lend it to me, I'm sure.
They'll be fine. Or to steal.
It's going to be such a fantastic show. Right then, thank you everybody for joining us on this special Gaming Awards episode of the Gaming Podcast. We're going to be returning for a new series in February, so make sure you keep an eye on socials for the next show date. And don't forget to vote for your favorite streamer, character, movie, or TV show and game by heading on over to gamingnmag.com/vote24. That's gamingnmag.com/vote24 and get those votes in.
We have had over 100 people who have voted already since.
Yes!
Really? Good.
Oh,
keep
vote.
going. The vote closes January the 26th off the top of my head. So you've got plenty of time to get out there, round up friends, get them over, get voting, share all the stuff on socials. We're even on Threads this year as well, as we kind of try to transition away from the X-y sort of Twittery hellhole. So yeah.
Oh, I'm locking my account again. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Go. It's fine. Let's go. Yeah.
I forgot as well. Before we continue, I just gotta say, like the Meabyte award for 2023 goes to Lies of P because I thought that was a really good game and it got overlooked by a lot of places. So I just really like that game and I forgot to mention it. So.
Good.
My award for 2023 goes to only Ada Wong.
Yeah, no, that's
Just simply only Ada Wong.
that's valid.
My award goes to this bed we made because I'm nosy. So nosy.
Spilling the tea.
And Robin's goes to Borderlands.
Yeah, always Borderlands. Or to be fair, I over Christmas, genuinely, we probably should have talked about this earlier, rather in the middle of a wrap up. But over Christmas, I was sat myself down. I was like, I am going to play a new game, and I replayed GTA 4.
Nice. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, it's been like 6 months since we last got together to do this, so a lot has happened. Like, I don't blame you for it.
More Legos being built, more everything else has been built. I've got an Infinity Gauntlet now, so it's all good.
Oh, that's Legos.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's very cute.
And the fingers are posable as well.
Here you go, dear. There's your glove.
I put it on for the Gaming Awards. Woo!
And then just snap, and then we see the winner.
I try to open the envelope, and like the Legos just I lose a Lego. We just
just spray the front row with Lego.
Woo! You each got a gold piece.
I love that.
Right.
I love that. Anyway, wrap up.
We're wrapping up. Yeah. In the meantime, wherever got to in the script. In the meantime, you can follow the Gaming Mag channel here on Twitch or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of these amazing shows. You will see us, Dear and Confetti, on stage very, very soon. 3 months away. We're only 3 months away. So it's kind of crazy. Until then, back to Mia to finish us off.
Yeah, until then. Thank you for stepping on what I've got to say. Until then, don't forget to keep on watching, reading Gaming Magazine. Do all the things. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.